So we're talking about family feuds. We're coming from Genesis 37 and in particular looking at verses 1 through 8. Let's talk about family feuds. Family feuds or fights or fusses that linger on and on. You see, there can be a fuss or a fight and it's over and done and all are back to dinner, at the dinner table next week and all is well. However, a feud actually is a prolonged or extended fight that lingers on for weeks, months, and even for years. A feud will not only impact the present moment, but will hang around to impact upon the children and the grandchildren. Let me say here that as a member of a family, I've noted that there are different personalities that can enter into a family feud. Let me share them with you. A, the feud it and forget it. They want everyone to get along and all to be well next week. I got a child just like that. Then you've got B, the feud it and never forget it. I go, well, they will never forget what you said and where you were when you said it and how it made them feel and how it changed the whole family dynamics of the family forever. Then you have C, the feud fortifier. They keep the fuss going. They started. The dinner was going real well. Then they just pull back a memory and they get the fire started again. Even when it was about to fizzle out, they fan the fire to keep it going. Has to be more noise, got to be more to a family gathering than this. And then I have what I call the feud fizzler. They attempt to be the peacemaker and to bring everyone to a place of love so that the family can get along. All of them in one family. I have experience. Family are made up of different people with varying personalities, and these personalities make for an interesting story, a story that shall be told for generations to come. Case in point, the story of Joseph and the family feud he had with his brothers. It is epic. It has been made into movies, written about in books, and been a sermon for every preacher for years and years and years. Certainly for my time, how many times have we heard about this family? So let's peek real quick into the text and deal with these 3 points concerning this family feud. Point number 1, God knows your family. God knows your family. Point 2, God knows your feud. He knows the feud. And then point 3, God knows your future. God knows your future. Point number 1, God knows your family. In spite of your family and the feud, you must be aware that God knows your family. God knows how you are made, how you think, and how you are capable of thinking yourself through a situation. You see, the situation is never meant to destroy you, only define you. Oh my God. If we could get a hold of that, church, then when the situations happen, we won't take ourselves out of play. But we've got to be of the mindset that since God knows me, God knows my family, God knows this situation, then God already has an out for me through this situation. In other words, all of the drama will only dramatically proclaim who you really are. Yes, in the midst of the feud, the real you will shine through and be magnified. You will be known for how you handled the situation. As a matter of fact, those that come against you in the family feud usually have no idea that they will need you later on. Can I get a witness? I said God knows your family. Verses 1 through 4, let me read them quickly. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren. And the lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age. And he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. The situation is set. It exists. You have a father with children from multiple women. That's a feud right there. Now, I'm just going to tell you personally. I'm just talking about how it was for me. I made sure when I started dating that guy right there at age 15, well, I was young then, but I always had the mindset, I ain't marrying nobody with children. I'm going to have to deal with my own drama when I have children. I ain't going to pick up. I'm just trying to help somebody. I'm just trying to help somebody. Just trying to help somebody. You remember the discussions we used to have? Yeah, I knew you would. All right. You know, hey, that was me at age 15, 16, 17. Anytime you have more than one woman who has given you children, there is the high possibility. I mean high possibility that there is going to be a family feud. You see, consider this. The women, the mothers, have different personalities. And hence the children produced will have different personalities. Truth be told, you can have a family where all the children have the same mother and father, and there can be feuds. I can't tell you how many times we played spades on a Friday night or Wednesday night. Same mother, same father. But we were back together the next week. That's the part of why we don't play today. Because we know we're going to get mad, going to get attitude. Especially when see what the issue is when you got to play this partner thing. You know, you're bidding something and they're bidding something, and then they go and take you. Okay, I just had a flashback. That's an issue. And so you can have family feuds when you have the same mother and father. How much more is this situation in our text set up for being unsettled? One thing is usually true, and this is that the father usually loved one woman above the rest of the women. Yeah. And this is the case with Jacob. Jacob loved Rachel. Genesis 29 and 18, it reads this. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. Now, the word love comes from the word ahab. And it means, watch this. This is the insight this week. It means human love for another includes family and sexual. Somebody going to catch this. Watch this. This isn't agape love. I had to get clarity on that, Sister Scott, because I grew up thinking that Jacob was just like in love with Rachel. No. He just loved Rachel. He loved him some Rachel. I don't know what type of shape. I don't know if she had dimples or what was. He loved him some Rachel. Yeah, he loved her and worked all those years for her. However, his love for her was not exclusive. You can't tell me that you love one person more than the other, but you've got to be with the others. It wasn't exclusive. No, it was inclusive. It included other women. There was Leah, there was Bilhah, and there was Zilpah. You cannot love on more than one woman and reproduce with more than one woman and think that there will be no feud. No. This sets up a competition for the love of daddy. Lord have mercy. So not only, catch this, church, catch. Not only did you have the girls, the women, fighting and pining for the love of Jacob, but now you've got the children who are fighting and they're pining for the love of daddy. Who does daddy love best? And the answer comes back, Joseph. Why? Jacob did a lot more to win his mother's heart and body. He didn't have to do anything to win Leah, Bilhah, or Zilpah. They were a booty call. Listen, hold on. If he ain't making a reservation to take you to a 5-star restaurant, if he is not publicly acknowledging that he is connected to you, but you end up with him, you're nothing but a booty call. If the public doesn't know that you go with someone, you're a booty call. Boo, booty call, boo. Gonna get scary. I know. So listen, if there is a competition between the women, what makes you think that the competition would not be inherited by the children? And maybe parenthetically, I want to say this to parents of little ones. Whatever your fight is, whatever you fight for, your children will learn to fight also. I've been adamant, we've been adamant as parents about the importance of education, and that since I was the first one that went and graduated from college, it was a no-brainer that when I had girls, I thought it during pregnancy, this child, each one will go to college, will be a scholar. And I'm glad that we're winding down to number 3, and all are doing quite well and have done quite well. You see, because I realize they're going to inherit my fight. I'm a fighter, you know. I'm a fighter. I may not be an outward fighter, but hey, I got some class. I see Esther smiling. Don't take me back to the Barclay. They're like, yeah, she a fighter. In other words, when I am determined about one thing, you can't move me. And this is how the children of these different women now inherit their parents' fight, their mother's fight. What a sad commentary of life. You know, and I was thinking this week, we've got so many children that are being born, but they already don't have a father. They already don't have a father in the house. They already don't have a male who will provide over them. And we think that this story isn't continuing. Listen to this. These children, the children of Leah, Bilhah, Zilpah, they were conceived in the feud. Hear me. He's coming over my tent tonight. Well, he'll be at my tent tomorrow. Is it your time of the month yet? No, he'll be at your tent next week. Where's the game happening? Down the country? I'll see that one down there. Where's the game happening? Up the country? I'll see that one up here. They were breastfed in this feud. The milk, it wasn't the milk of human kindness. It was the milk of competition. It was the milk of needing to have self-esteem. They were taught, Lord have mercy, look at this. They were taught the Torah in the feud. So I'm in the house of God. I'm in the sanctuary. I'm in the temple. But I still got a problem with my brother. I still got a problem with my sister. I got a problem. They were teens in this feud. Now they were adults in this feud. They hate Joseph. Joseph is the only child who can claim this. My daddy worked years in order to have my mama. Let me help you out, because I want to break it down for you. In other words, maybe in today's language, he would say, your mama just like a prostitute. Just the W-H-O-R-E. Just a side chick. And you want to know why they're going to have a problem? Because you're right. Though he be 17, though he have a future in front of him, he yet lacks wisdom. Wisdom comes through some experiences. Some experiences teach you, well, you know, I think it, but don't say it. Know it, but don't say it. Be assured of it, but just wait. This is the drama of it all as I move to point 2. God knows your feud. God knows your feud. Church, here is my thinking. That if God permitted it, God also can also permit it to teach you something. That's the thing. And verse 5, it says this, and Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. God will teach you when you are awake, and God will teach you when you are asleep. God will bring forth his purpose in you, even in the midst of a feuding family. I need to stop there. You know, you brought it into the church. I should do reverence and speak to that. That even in the midst of a feud, a fight, a fuss that might be happening, hear me, in the family of God. Don't leave the family. Just understand that God is yet in the midst of it. And if each of you, if the feuding sisters, if the feuding brothers, if the feuding members, if they truly are seeking God first, then eventually they're going to come together and recognize that God can make something good out of this. Yeah, sometimes you just need to sleep on it. Watch it now, for in your unconscious state, God will state his case for you. God will state his case for you. God gives Joseph dreams, not just dreams, but prophetic dreams. I like that. No pastor, listen now, no pastor or priest had to speak into the life of Joseph. Ain't got no time. Thus said the Lord. If the Lord said it, it's going to happen. God spoke himself, and God will do this. Whether another person speaks into your life or not, God will speak. Let me help you out, Shekinah. That whether I come and lay hands on you and speak prophetically to you, as long as you are worshiping God, as long as you are seeking God, as long as you love God and seek his kingdom first, you're going to walk right into your destiny and purpose. I can't stop. I ain't God. I can't stop God's plan. I can't stop God's purpose. Stop giving brothers and sisters that type of power. Stop giving them power. Jesus. If God spoke it, lay it right there. That even if your pastor, even if a priest, a preacher, an oldest teacher in the family of God, an elder or a deacon, if they come and they speak contrary to what God said, just say thank you, God bless you, and move on. Because what God speaks will be so. It will come to pass. And let me say here, I'm training Joseph's young people to honor the pulpit but not fear it. That's why I love to see my young adults, because 12 years ago they were young adults. But today they are. And they know that they carry an anointing on their life. That whether I speak to them once a day, once a week, once a month, once a year, if they love God, you're going to do what God has called you to do. The dreams speak to Joseph being a leader, being in authority, being at a higher place than his siblings, even his own family. While God is speaking to Joseph in his dreams about greatness, his brothers are speaking about Joseph while they are awake. I mean, can we really kind of get over it that people talk? Can we kind of get over it that when people talk, they're not necessarily going to talk in your favor? But Yashan, God has favored you anyway. God got you through anyway. No matter what you've gone through. Can we celebrate what God has done for us? That no matter what, that we're still here. We will accomplish God's will for our lives. And so verse 8, my goodness. And his brethren said to him, shalt thou indeed reign over us? Or thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And this is my key thought for the message today. Joseph, focus. God knows your family and God knows your food. Focus. The hate will not destroy you. The hate will deploy you to the completion of your destiny. Huh? Listen, I've learned to turn things around. When they say no, I say, but God said yes. When they said it's not going to happen, I said, God, you already showed it to me. I'm so excited for what God has in the future that I don't let the current feuds stop me, because I see where he has us going. The word hate comes from the word sane, and it means to be hateful, an enemy, Feuds. While we run away and are hurt by hate, here is what God spoke to me about this kind of hate. This is the sentence. I don't even think I highlighted it, but listen to it. Their hate provides the hydraulic pressure or power that gets you moving towards your destiny. Don't take hate just as a word and whatnot. No, you got to say, what? The enemy's coming after me like this? What? He's trying to shut me down? What? Listen. Boy, that just make me stand up strong and say, I may take a little while, I may take a little longer to accomplish it. I may go through a couple of things, may hurt my head a little bit, but guarantee this, at the end of this story, at the end of this time, what God showed me in my sleep, I'm going to see when I'm awake. Oh, my God. You don't know what your pastor sees week by week, but I live to make sure that we see it one day. Point number 3, God knows your future. See, the enemy, look. The enemy is always going to try to get you to stop based on the feud. Family drama. The enemy can't let you get to the revelation of your point 3. Oh, all sorts of things going to happen in life. Point 3, God knows your future. 36, and the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's and captain of the guard. The hate of others will not kill you unless you join the hate. They came at me, so I come at them. No. You can't enter into the feud that way. No. Other than that, live another day. Yes, Joseph, you will have to be placed in a pit, sold to traveling merchants, demoted to a prison life. That's after the palace. You see? Yeah? And that's a brilliant point. Because if you miss the first palace, watch this now, you can't appreciate the second palace. If you miss the fact that you were in the palace because you couldn't imagine, he said, here I am. I'm made it, all right. But then he gets thrown into prison. And sometimes when we think, oh, I've got it, it's clear. I've got the money, I've got the job, I've got the position, I've got everything I need. And then all of a sudden you're going through another prison. But you've got to understand that this is not the end of your story. God said that he's got the palace, not just a palace, but the palace with position for you. Oh, if I can encourage the young people, if I can encourage older people alike, that when God shows you something, you may have to go here and there. You may have to go through all sorts of experiences, but you've got to hold on to your dream. Hold on to your dream. Dream again. Listen, even in the prison, dream. Goes into the prison, becomes a personal slave to royalty. See, some of us would have messed up right there. Would have said, oh, I've got to work for this person. Oh, no, I've been called to greatness. Oh, no, I'm black and I'm proud. ain't got a GED, college degree or nothing, but I deserve this. No. You got to work for it. See, that's the story they want to hear right there. You got to work for it. You got to earn it. All of this. Understand, God will take you from small beginnings to yield great destinies. And that's the thing. Every person we celebrate, heroes in Bermuda, around the world, they had the past of humble beginnings, of lowly existence, things going through things that we don't want to go through. Sally Bassett, all by herself, not me. Boycott theater, I don't think so. 65 strike, I'm glad they resolved it. I was like, don't tell me I have to get out the generator again. Keep everything, all charged up. What in the world? See? Huh? We don't want to go through those struggles. I would really just rather read it. But can I tell you that even in the year 2018, I've come to understand through my life journey that Maria, if you are going to be great for God, not great for yourself, not great for people, but great for God, it's His glory, then you're going to have to go through something. And so the real question is, are you willing to go through whatever you have to go through? See, it sounds good because that is the hooping time. That is the asthmatic time. Do you want to go through? Do you want what God has for you? You just got to survive the pit. Just survive it. You got a little bit of water. You got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But if you hold on, the merchants are going to get you. If you hold on, you're going to make it to the palace. If you hold on, you're going to go to the prison. If you hold on, you're going to meet a baker. If you hold on, you're going to meet somebody else. The butler. If you hold on, you're going to get to the palace. If you... I almost had an asthma attack doing that. Listen. I know the end of the story. That after all of this, my God, you got to be thinking about all of this. After all of this, God, you're going to reward me because God, you know my future. God, you know my end. So listen, church, don't get caught up in their hate. Watch this. For you will be their future blessing. Can you handle the hate so that you can bless your haters later? Huh? Can you see further than your nose? Can you see further than your feelings? Yeah. It looks bad now, but by faith, I see your future. And your future looks great. Lord, have mercy. Now, hey, wait a minute now. You have moved from the hatred of your brothers to a high place in the palace. Wait a minute. You have moved from a family feud to a place fantastically fortified to protect you. Can I tell you that as Joseph moved from the family feud to the ultimate palace with fortification, that all of that time, God had him fortified anyway, that no matter what he was experiencing, he didn't realize, now watch this now, he didn't realize that the initial pit was his palace. Fortified. He didn't realize that the prison was his palace. Huh? God just training him. And now he's in the palace. They fortify. God will fortify your life so that you can walk into your purpose and destiny. God will keep you even when others will not be kept because God knows your future. You've moved from not being desired to being the very one who is desired. Handle the family feud because the family will need you later. Handle your emotions now so that you can handle your emotions later. Director, you cannot change the family you are born into. Yeah, try that. You can change, watch this. You can change the death sentence hanging over your family. By loving even when it looks like you should not love. For true love wins. That's right. God's love His love wins. So Chelsea, come. No matter what the feud is, know that God has a... You may not have an outwardly colored robe, garment, or coat, but God has coated your life. Shamanose. Come too far from where